So, if you want to know a little bit more about the type of work that you're meant to be doing in this lifetime, there are 3 dimensions to understanding your work. And this can be seen in the 3 houses that are related to work in the birth chart. The 2nd house, the 6th house, and the 10th house. These houses are ruled by Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, so the earth signs. So I'm gonna share with you an affirmation for each of these houses, which hopefully should make it pretty clear how these houses are different layers on top of each other. Let's say I have an interest in writing. The 2nd house would say, I value writing. The 6th house would say, I want to get good at writing. The 10th house would say, I want to be a writer. So, 2nd house, it's a value. 6th house, it's a practice. 10th house, it's a public persona. When we're looking at the relationship between these 3 houses, we're looking at how values feed into practice and practice feeds into an identity that you want to carry. To understand what your values are, you go to look at the sign on the cusp of the 2nd house. For me, I have Scorpio on the cusp of the 2nd house. That indicates that I have a value for self-transformation. Okay, so if I have a value for self-transformation, I'm going to want to pick a vocation that allows that to happen and allows me to help other people to undertake that process as well. Okay, that's good information. So then I'm going to go to the 6th house and go, okay, if I have a value for self-transformation, what skills do I need to practice that are going to help me become a person that can facilitate transformational processes for people? And so I go to the 6th house cusp and I see that I have Aquarius on the cusp of the 6th house. What are the skills of an Aquarian? Aquarians think very systemically. They understand the bigger picture. They think in a way that is impersonal, more objective. So why would this be important for developing self-transformation? In the industry of self-transformation, it's sticky business because you can get entangled in other people's personal melodramas and stories and emotional currents, and any highly sensitive person will tell you that you can wear the burden of other people's emotions. And I've definitely had my own experience in that. But if I'm practicing an Aquarian mode of operating, that's going to help protect me from taking on the emotional baggage of others. Aquarius has the capacity to create distance because it's not invested in the personal nature of something. It's invested in the impersonal nature of objective reality. The skill of an Aquarian also comes through what I'm learning now, which is astrology. And to be able to look at the whole chart and to see how the individual pieces of a chart form a story which can help distill complex information in the most simple way possible, and to essentially to understand what is the mythology of this story. So now I go to my 10th house. 10th house being like, I want to be someone, taking that language of becoming someone, wearing that identity, going from I want to practice something to I want to become something or someone. On the 10th house cusp, I have Gemini. So Gemini is a little bit antithetical to that 10th house ambitious nature. Like the 10th house is very goal oriented, and it's very, these are the results and this is the physical evidence of me having success, and these are the personal accolades I have. These are my trophies on my shelf. It's these sorts of things, getting certificates and awards or public recognition that validate that sense of becoming someone. The very nature of Gemini is that it is very adaptable. It is looking to adjust itself and change and shift and flow, and it wants variation. It wants things to be more dynamic. So this is the relationship, the 3 dimensions of the work. Your values feed into your practice, and your practice feeds into your public persona, potentially. The other feature of Gemini in my midhaven on my 10th house cusp is that it's anything under the umbrella of communication, whether that be writing, speaking, media, anything in the communications fields. So I can just keep myself open and assure myself, as long as I'm doing work that allows me to communicate, then I'm in the right direction. What is the nature of that communication? It's going to be speaking into the value of self-transformation. When I share information, I want that information to somehow help others to transform themselves. The practice of thinking in an Aquarian way, my 6th house cusp, I'm also an Aquarius sun, so that further emphasizes that quality, is that I'm speaking more to the human condition. So this is universal. Everyone who identifies as a human should be able to glean some sort of value and apply this knowledge to their personal life. That is the essence of the Aquarian mode. So look to the cusp of your 2nd house, your 6th house, and your 10th house, and see what sign is there. You have this roadmap for you to see what are your values, what is your practice, and what is the ultimate goal of the vocation that you want to take on in this lifetime.